Back at Lobernica Gymnasium here at Lanphier High School. This is Jay Hardin filling in for Scott Kirby. Kirk Whiteman today filling in for our buddy Josh Comnick as we get set to bring you all the action here between the Railsplitters of Lincoln Community High School and the Lions of Lanphier High School. Once again, this is the Brow Incorporated Schneider Chiropractic Josh Comnick pregame show. Both teams out on the floor now. Fans filing back in. Lanphier limiting their attendance to 50 of their own fans. And this week, thanks to guidance from the IDPH, they were notified that media would not count against that 50-person limit, so we were able to get in here, and we're glad to be here. We're just glad to be in a gymnasium at this point, aren't we?
I'm very excited to be in the gym, so thank you for Scott and Josh for giving me this opportunity, obviously with the son playing, and I do want to shout out to Brody. He turned 17 today, so hopefully he can get himself a nice birthday present with a W down here at Lanphier.
I need to give a shout out, too, to good buddy Roger Gaza and his wife Sally, who are glued to their TV at home with us on the big tube. If you know somebody that may not realize it, they can go to our YouTube channel and watch the live stream and the audio as well. And if you're not around the TV or don't have a smart TV, crank that radio up. WLCN 96.3 FM. Hey, if you're out at Walmart, change all their TVs and all their iPads to 96.3 FM and crank up the volume. If you're sitting in a watering hole somewhere and watching the Super Bowl pregame show's probably started by now, hadn't it? I mean,
I'm sure it has.
It started the day before.
That'll be an exciting game tomorrow. Who do you have winning that one?
I think Tampa.
Yeah.
And I was trying to think of that, too. When's the last time we had a Super Bowl with a home team?
I don't think it's ever happened before, to be honest with you.
I wasn't even sure if back in the old, AFL, NFL days, if they didn't have a home team then host the Super Bowl. I can't remember if that was ever done.
I think it's the first time I saw ever. What is it? Is Super Bowl 50 or what are we on now?
Something like that, 60, 50. 55. Lloyd tells us 55. Lloyd is. Are you watching the? Lloyd's probably watching. He's supposed to be our cameraman, but I'll bet he's watching the pregame show right now. Lloyd's a big Tampa Bay Buccaneers fan. Has been all of his life. How does a Midwest guy get to be a Tampa fan? I don't understand that.
I don't know either.
Don't know about that.
Well, I like our chances here today. Lanphier hasn't played in 11 months. This is their first game. This is our third one here. So I think there's a little bit to be said with having a couple games underneath your belt with playing with the mask and doing all the new things now with COVID.
Well, and again, we talked about this earlier. We really don't know how much summer they may have played. We don't know how much they may have played, outside of the realm of competition. I mean, we know that you were talking about it last night. Some of our kids went up and played in the league up there at Bettendorf, Iowa. I got to watch some of the video. It looked like some very good competition up there. And we don't know how much they've gotten to play. We know that their practices have been limited just like ours. So,
correct. I know some of these kids were heading down and playing down in St. Louis, in Missouri, in a high school league down there too. So, I mean, obviously, kids are going to find an opportunity to go play, and now playing with the rules we have here in Illinois, it's kind of nice. We already have a couple games underneath our belt with the rules that pertain.
You talked earlier about KJ Debrick. He has started to, get some Division I interest. I think I saw the other day maybe he had decided he was going to go to a prep school, which might be a good plan for him, considering the limited competition this year, and maybe another year to develop before he goes on to college and raise his stock even further. But you're right, that young man, he's not thin at all. And he had some triple doubles last year, and it wasn't triple doubles in points, rebounds, and assists. It was triple doubles in points, rebounds, and blocks. He's a defensive force on the inside.
He is, and covers a lot of ground, and even if he doesn't block the shot, it's just the fact that he's in there and can alter those shots too. So, and that's one thing, Dylan might have to do tonight too, is, get to that 10-foot mark that, on his penetration.
Blake Turner's got a lot of options here when you look at their roster and the kids they've got returning that got varsity experience last year. he can take, if he wanted to go big, he could go 6'10", 6'5", 6'5" across his front line. If he wanted to go smaller and quicker, he can do that. He can, it's not like if you get Debrick out of the game, you're going to get some 6'1" guy probably coming in for him. It may be a 6'5" guy coming in off the bench. They've got some size. They've definitely got some quickness, we know. And this is going to be a real test for us and kind of tell us maybe where our program's at right now.
I think so. And what do they have Lanphier pegged this year? Were they probably one of the better teams? I know Sacred Heart's got a lot of people back, and U-High's pretty good.
Well, that's the other thing, too. We talked about that. Looking down the schedule that Neil was able to finally get put together, when you sat down and really looked at it, that's a pretty doggone good schedule for competition. I mean, Effingham's not a bad basketball. He's never been a bad basketball team. Teutopolis, that was a good opponent last night. You've got Lanphier. I think he's got Lanphier twice now on the schedule. He's got SHG on the schedule. That's a good basketball team.
So Chatham on the schedule as well.
I don't know what Jacksonville's got this year as far as they go, but that's going to be some tough competition to play throughout this year, and it'll be a good chance for the seniors to get in a senior season and play some good competition as they move on, and a good chance for those juniors and sophomores that get in the game to play good competition in preparation for next year.
Right, we talked about that too, is opportunity to play for a conference championship. I mean, that's what we're playing for this year, and all the schools that are in a conference, that's kind of their state championship this year.
Well, we've got 12 minutes and 30 to go against the Lanphier Lions here at Lobernica Gymnasium. Big matchup between two former Central State 8 conference teams. And now, of course, Lincoln and the Apollo. Lanphier remaining in the Central State 8, finished second in that conference last year. And, you know, everybody kind of had the air let out of them last year with COVID taking away the end of the season. But this game really took the wind out of the sails of both the Lanphier and Lincoln crowds when we lost the sectional title game that everybody was looking forward to.
That would have been a heck of a game, too.
Railsplitters about ready to finish up their pregame warm-ups. Lions still out on the floor. 2 minutes, 53 seconds to go here. Let's go ahead and give you the starting lineup for the Lanphier Lions while we've got a second.
I think they've changed some numbers on Lanphier's side here, and I'm not for sure what they changed into. Forgot my glasses, so I saw them scribbling in the book here earlier. But
okay. Their starters slated to be Tavonta Jackson, a 6'2 sophomore guard. Number 2, Ty Banks, a 6'3 junior forward. Number 5, TJ Price, a 6'1 senior guard. Number 22, Michael Owsley, a 6-foot senior guard. And then the big guy in the middle, 6'10 Kendall KJ Debrick Jr., a 6'10 senior center. Both teams have left the floor. We've got some maintenance going on down here on the east end of Lobernica Gymnasium as we have one of the custodians out there trying to fix the net. Officials across the way. And we're just a short bit from going live here with live basketball action from Lobernica Gymnasium. Glad you could all join us here this afternoon. A little bit different atmosphere, having an afternoon game here. Kind of like one of the Christmas tournaments when you're playing in one of the semifinal games.
a little different, definitely. But it does feel like Christmas as cold as it is outside, so that time of year.
Hey, it feels like Christmas just was we're 3 games into the season. When we thought we weren't going to have a season, again, I told somebody last night I would have bet money at one point it was done. And for us to be able to get back in the gym, and the administrators and officials and athletic directors all over the place to be able to pull this off, and we can't thank the Lanphier folks enough for letting us come down here and cover this game, and they've been a real congenial host. We can't thank them enough for what they've done for us, and we've got a couple of number changes here.
Lincoln will get the ball to start. There will be no draw.
And it looks like Lincoln's going to get the ball to start. Hey, Kirk, I haven't figured out yet. How are they deciding who gets the ball to start? They flipping a coin?
I'm not really for sure if the away team maybe gets the ball to start with. I mean, I can't remember who got it last night.
T-Town, I believe, got it last night. Maybe it is the away team who gets
Right.
the ball to start.
I saw the girls' game, too. I was watching you guys on video, and I think T-Town got it then, too. So they must start with the visiting team securing the first possession of the game.
Railers back out on the floor. Clock about to expire. Here come the Lanphier Lions. Let's send it back to the station for just about a minute. We'll be back right after the national anthem. Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to Lincoln Railer Basketball. And courtesy of Chicago Street Rentals, we're going to have the opening throw-in. No opening tip-off here. Opening throw-in, and the possession will belong to the Lincoln Railsplitters as we begin today's contest against the Lanphier Lions. Lincoln in the red uniforms. Numerals in green trimmed with white. The lettering white trimmed with green. Lanphier in their home whites. And Dylan Singleton takes the ball inbound, starts across the timeline. Hollinger out front, Polis, Grunder, Singleton. Railers running the offense against the Lanphier man-to-man. Out front, Brody Whiteman. Whiteman to Grunder, Polis. Railers running the weave out front. Singleton, right wing, Hollinger. Back out front, Singleton. Whiteman looking for Grunder. Corner, Hollinger around Debrick. Ball knocked away. Debrick will pick it up, and on the turnover, Lanphier has the basketball. Lanphier in a hurry. 5. T.J. Price will lay it up and in, and it's 2-0 Lions.
Not really for sure what happened in defensive transition there, but that was not good for Lincoln.
Now Lanphier pressures the basketball. Some serious pressure. Singleton, 15-footer, no good off the iron. Rebound to Price. Correction.
Oh, take a charge.
And inside to Debrick, and Debrick lays it in, and it's 4-0 very quickly. And Neil Alexander is not happy. Calling the timeout. It is going to be a 30-second timeout, and we will leave it right here.
Well, Lanphier came out and just kind of smacked us in the mouth right there on that second possession. They came in and trapped us. I thought Landon did a great job. He has the big kid guarding him, got him up in the air, was going to get to the basket. But again, they loaded to Landon, and some guy came through and swiped the ball. But they got out in transition quick there. I don't know if it was them being quick or us just not getting back. And I think it was more later, to be honest with you.
You know, I've heard coaches talk about that. Talk about conversion, not only from offense to defense, but from defense to offense. And you got to get back to the other end of the floor no matter what. Right. And we didn't do it.
And we had an opportunity to take a charge on the KJ kid, but I'm not for sure, 6'10", 240, who wants to take a charge on him.
Whiteman across the timeline, kicks it back out, Hollinger. Hollinger left wing, Polis. In the corner, Whiteman. Whiteman back out front, Hollinger to Grunder. Grunder, Singleton. Whiteman, Singleton. Singleton fakes the three, doesn't take it. Polis, Hollinger 15-footer, in and out, didn't go in, rebound on the floor, give it to Debrick.
They're in a little bit of a matchup zone or a man-to-man that's switching a lot of their responsibilities.
A lot of contact there on the baseline. Ball goes up by number 2, Banks. Banks has it stripped away, and Grunder walks out of there with it. Now we got pressure in the backcourt. Polis corner, Whiteman, back out front, Hollinger, in the middle, Singleton, great fake, up and draws the contact, no call, and Debrick will get the rebound. Debrick quickly ahead to Banks, and Banks lays it up and in. Hollinger, Singleton, now across the line to Polis, Whiteman, Singleton goes for the layup. And Singleton's going to get called for the offensive foul. His first, Railers first, and Kirk not sure about the contact there.
I really couldn't see right there, but I saw that he was set. I don't know if he actually hit him. I couldn't see I was blocked there, but hey, he sold it a little bit too, didn't he?
6-0 Railers down. Started this way last night against T-Town. There's ball into Debrick inside. He steps out of bounds, and on the turnover, we'll go back to Lincoln. Hollinger inbounds Singleton. Lanphier looks like it's in a 2-2-1 zone press. Singleton across the line to Polis. Polis inside Whiteman. Loses the ball. Debrick bats it high in the air, and Lanphier will run out of there with it. Banks in the corner to Jackson. Jackson the long three. No good, and Polis skies high for the rebound for Lincoln. Hollinger will bring the ball up as Lanphier backs off into the forecourt. Now out front to Singleton. Singleton between the circles. Looks inside Hollinger. Lanphier looks like it's in a type of zone, maybe a matchup zone. Hollinger here on the left wing, down on the baseline. Grunder, Polis, Grunder, inside Singleton against Debrick. Now out front to Grunder. Grunder the three, good. Adam Grunder rings it up. It's 6-3.
They put Dylan on the inside of this zone here, getting a little inside out, and then he'll be able to get the ball to the basket too because he's a great penetrator.
Out front, Banks, Jackson. In the corner, Owsley. Price inside to Banks. Banks loses. Ball stripped away. On the turnover, Singleton runs with it. Got the numbers. Looks to Whiteman and doesn't see Whiteman. Now sees Hollinger. Hollinger down the lane against Debrick and lays it up and in, and it's 6-5.
That was a great cut by Landon in the open area. I'd like to see him continue to take this guy to the rack off the bounce.
Owsley, Jackson in the corner to Price. Price the long three, left-handed. No. Skying for the rebound, and it's Brody Whiteman. Good position by Brody underneath the basket. Singleton, Grunder, Hollinger. They work it around the perimeter. Inside Singleton. Baseline Whiteman. Whiteman with the drive. Kicks it out. Grunder. Hollinger with a three on the way. No. Front of the iron. Rebound. Great rebound by Whiteman. Up and good. Good position by Brody Whiteman. Gets the deuce inside. And Lincoln the lead 7-6.
He's come up with a couple big rebounds there.
Jackson now across the timeline against the Lincoln defense. Goes to Banks. Banks drives in. The foul's going to be called on Hollinger. And we are at the, let's call it the media timeout, I guess. However, we're not going to send it back to the station right now. We'll keep it right here. They're fairly short timeouts. Gives the kids a chance to get a little bit of a breather wearing the masks. Kirk started out a little bit slow, picked it up. Brody got a couple of rebounds. We've rebounded fairly well.
I think we have two here, and they're just rebounding outside your area. I mean, they're going after. You got to go after the ball, and that was one of the keys that I don't think they were doing earlier. But we just came out of the gates. We didn't have transition defense on 2 possessions, and they put 4 points on the board real quick there, and we ended up hitting some shots here. We've created some space and got to the basket, so we're back in the ball game.
Coach, you got about a minute left.
And thought we were going to go back to action, and now the teams do go back out on the floor. So the kids were ready to go. They actually had more time. Kids are wanting to play.
Yeah.
Ball inbounds underneath the Lanphier basket. Ty Banks will inbounds. Looks. Thought they might go to lob. Debrick. Good front by Landon Hollinger. And they kick it out front to Michael Owsley. Jackson. Into the game now, Cameron Kincaid. Cameron Kincaid into the game now for Lanphier. Kincaid out front. Goes to Owsley. Owsley dropped the ball. Picks it back up. Back out front, Kincaid. Jackson, they're looking for Debrick inside. Hollinger and Whiteman playing some good defense. Now they get it inside. He kicks it back out to Owsley. Owsley trapped on the baseline. Back out front, Kincaid. Kincaid to Banks. Banks 20-footer. No, in, around, and out. Ball battled down underneath the basket. And it went off of Lincoln. It'll go back to Lanphier.
Good effort on the rebound there. We just couldn't secure it.
Banks to inbounds, looks, kicks it out front, way out front to Owsley. Nearly steps over the half-court line. He'll kick it left wing, Jackson. Jackson in the corner, Kincaid. Good defense by the Railers, interior defense so far. Kincaid, Owsley. They're flashing Banks to that free throw line spot. Owsley tries to draw Singleton out front. And they're basically in about a 1-3-1 offense. Kincaid, the long 20-footer, and he hit it. Cameron Kincaid, a three-point basket, and that'll put Lanphier ahead 9-7 with 2:12 to go here in the first period.
What number was he?
3. Singleton against the Lanphier defense. A cut by Hollinger, and he missed him. Back out front, Grunder. Singleton will draw the foul.
We had Landon on that back cut right there. But we got a lot of different options out here, don't we?
Foul on Tavanta Jackson, his first, team's first. Polis inbounds to Singleton. And Singleton will reset the Railer offense against the man-to-man. So watching for the Railer motion. Singleton down the lane. Look for the 10-footer. Inside Hollinger. Up against Debrick. And Hollinger gets the basket. Great finish by Landon Hollinger.
I thought he did a nice job of using his body and going over the 6'10 kid. That was a nice move. Great dish by...
Oh, and Polis nearly with the steal at the half-court line. Kincaid again, look to load up for the 20-footer, doesn't take it. Back out front, Jackson between the circles. Jackson banks. Banks will take the three-pointer up and good.
Good-looking stroke.
Hollinger inbounds against the Lanphier. Full court, man-to-man pressure. And Singleton will draw the second foul in just a few seconds against Tavana Jackson.
That's nice being aggressive there, moving that ball up, cut him out of position, and picked up the foul.
That's 2 fouls on Tavana Jackson, and Blake Turner will get him out of the game and bring in Ja'Shawn Richards, a 5'8" junior guard. Lanphier now just a little bit smaller at the guard spot. Still got the big kid inside. Hollinger inbound to Singleton in the backcourt. Dillon will bring the ball up against Cameron Kincaid. Drives the lane. Kicks it out Whiteman for the 3-ball. No. Missed everything. Singleton comes up with the ball. Singleton will take it in the lane himself. 10-footer up. No good. Short. Gets his own rebound. Around far guys. Kicks it back out. No. Goes up with the shot and doesn't get it. Debrick to rebound. Just under a minute here to go at Lobernica Gymnasium. Railers down 3. Getting the opportunities, but not getting the shots to go down.
That kid just hit one earlier. Now he's putting it on the floor.
And the ball thrown away by Lanphier. The Railers good defense, and they get it out with 30 seconds to go here in the first quarter. Singleton will pull it back out to Grunder.
I think we're going to hold it for one here.
Grunder, Whiteman. Whiteman left wing between the circles. Singleton. Singleton looks. 18 seconds on the clock to Whiteman. Looks like we're going for the last shot of quarter number 1. This has been a good one so far. Everything you thought it was going to be. Hollinger, right wing, inside to Whiteman. Out to Grunder. Hollinger out of the corner over Debrick. Good! At the gun, Landon Hollinger ties.
Five, 4, 3.
Jay Hardin, Kirk Whiteman back here at Lobernica Gymnasium, where the Railers have tied the game at 12 on a Chris Coyne State Farm three-point shot by Mr. Landon Hollinger. Possession goes to the Lions to start quarter number 2. It's been everything we thought it was going to be. A hard-fought contest. Kids playing really hard. Boy, this is fun. Inside Debrick. Debrick looks. Kicks it back out front to Richards. Price. Kincaid. Tavana Jackson still out of the game with a couple fouls. Banks
low.
Down low. Inside Debrick. Debrick misses the bunny. Ball battle. Debrick gets it up and in.
I'll tell you what, they got themselves a nice little high-low there, and that will kill us if they continue to execute that.
Singleton on the run, under pressure. Now he brings it back out. Andrew Grau into the game for Lincoln. Out of the left corner, Polis misses the 3. Rebound, Debrick.
Good effort here. Running up the floor, back to us.
And the turnover by the Lions. It'll go back to Lincoln. Into the game, number 20, Austin Robinson, a 6'5" sophomore.
Well, I'll tell you what, we're in good shape. Dillon didn't even score a basket in the first, and we're first quarter, and we're tied. So
Singleton. Now Hollinger out front. Polis, Grau. Singleton, Grau, Whiteman. Singleton. Singleton drives down the lane, a little bit of a spin move. Lost the ball on the floor, nearly tackled.
There's got to be somebody open. He had two guys.
Kicks it Hollinger. Hollinger for the three. Short. And the rebound goes to TJ Price. Price to Kincaid, and Kincaid up the floor in a hurry. Railers get back on defense. Trap Banks in the corner, kicks it back out Kincaid. TJ Price, right wing Owsley. Owsley hounded by Hollinger. Back out front. Singleton watching the middle with Austin Robinson flashing the free throw line. And now Debrick out of the game, and that's going to be an offensive foul. Offensive foul on Ty Banks, his first, the team's third. Landon Hollinger a little slow to get up. Looks like he might have taken a knee or elbow in the midsection. Shaking his right arm just a little bit.
Great heads-up play there by Landon to take the charge, and Brody got caught on the high side in the closeout, got beat baseline, but the 1-2-2 rotations.
Polis, Hollinger, Polis. And they bring the ball up without dribbling across the half-court line. That's impressive to see. Inside, Singleton, the Bulldog, up and good.
There we go. Get him on the scoreboard here.
Not often you're going to see a 6-foot guy playing center against a 6'10 guy, but... And Polis almost with the steal. Good defense by Elijah Polis, and Lanphier nearly threw the ball away. Back out front, Kincaid, and they'll reset their offense. Tied at 14, 5:50 to go in the half.
Uh-oh.
Price, Debrick.
Got a whole ground.
Debrick up and good.
I don't think you can let him catch the ball that deep there. Brody was playing behind him.
Hollinger, Singleton, Polis bring the ball up, and now Singleton's trapped. And got the timeout. We'll see if this is going to be a full or a 30-second timeout. It is a 30-second timeout. We'll keep it right here. Dylan Singleton got himself trapped over there at the half-court line as Lanphier ramped up the pressure, Kirk Whiteman.
He did, and Coach Al was quick to put the timeout on in there. And one of the things here is you had a guy that back cut away from Dylan. And you know what? When you're getting trapped, you can't back cut away. You got to find yourself the V cut and get back open. And, you know, Dylan needs to, I think he was doing that at time, is splitting the trap too. So you guys listening out there, if you get trapped, you want to bring that ball up high and step through the middle of that trap.
Lincoln inbounds ball right across from us at the half-court line. Polis will inbounds to Singleton. Now to Polis. Lanphier looks like they've gone back to some type of zone. Inside Singleton. Singleton to Grau. Grau the three-pointer on the way. No, short. Ball tipped away by TJ Price. And Lanphier will come back in a hurry. Here comes Michael Owsley. Owsley across the way. Price top of the key. Inside Robinson. Robinson nearly threw the ball away in the corner to Owsley. Now they go inside Debrick. They're letting him catch the ball kind of deep on the blocks. Debrick looks to make the move. Up, no good. Guy almost got his own rebound. Ball on the floor. There's a scramble, and Brody Whiteman comes out with it. Whiteman to Hollinger. Up ahead to Polis. Polis, Singleton. Down the lane, Dylan. Left-hander up and good.
Just a great rebound there. Brody's really battling with the big kid.
Michael Owsley will slow it down here out at the top of the key, and Owsley will take a long three and drain it. Wow, that was an NBA three shot right there by Michael Owsley. Drains it, puts them up 3-19-16.
That was deep.
Hollinger in the right wing to Grau. Hollinger, Polis, Whiteman. Whiteman, Polis, Hollinger, Grau. Railers work the perimeter. Now Singleton will flash to the middle. They get it to Singleton. 10-foot turnaround. Good.
He is automatic, isn't he, sometimes?
Excellent cut by Dylan Singleton and a good interior pass. Owsley out front. Right wing to Peyton Smith now in the game. And I believe Lanphier right now has gone about 9 deep. Peyton Smith, trapped. Back out front, Owsley. Owsley, Price. Inside Robinson. Smith, the air ball on the three. Robinson able to knock it back in. Price, the long three. No. Battled. And we got a foul underneath. And
probably be on Andrew.
The call is foul is on Andrew Grau. That'll be his first. Jay Hardin, Kirk Whiteman back here at Lobernica Gymnasium, and a close game. Lanphier up 19-18, 3:25 to go here as we are at what they call the media timeout here under the 5-minute mark. Kirk, good game so far.
It has been. It's been kind of got a little worried there the first couple possessions for us, but we've settled back in, and I don't think they've got a transition basket since then, have they?
No, our defense has stepped that up and kind of held that down. We've done a decent job inside. There have been a couple times where KJ Debrick has shot the ball low on the blocks. We've got to front him and keep him from catching the ball down that low.
And we tried to the one time they ran a little high-low where they bring a guy in from the backside, the free throw line, and he presents all kinds of challenges for us.
Yes, he does. And right now, if you've got Debrick in the game, you've got Austin Robinson in the game at 6'5". That's a big front line. Robinson at the line. He'll have 2 shots. First one up and good for the 6'5" sophomore. 2018, Lanphier ahead, 3:25 to go here in the first half. Glad you joined us on WLCN 96.3, Logan County's sports voice. Singleton gets the ball out after Robinson misses the second free throw. Polis, baseline, Klopp had the ball knocked away, and it looks like Klopp was the last one to touch it. It'll go back to Lanphier. Jaden Klopp, 6'4" junior, into the game now for Lincoln. Replacing Brody Whiteman. Good steal by Singleton. And another steal on the floor, and Singleton will race ahead. Layup time, up and good. Dylan Singleton ties it at 20.
Well, Dylan's got all our points here this quarter. After not scoring the first, he's got 8 straight points for us.
Lanphier gets it across the timeline. Out front, Owsley, Kincaid, Owsley, Price. Now they've switched Debrick to the high post. Debrick turns around, 15-footer, up, no good. Not a good-looking shot. And Leonard Holger will pull down the rebound. Now to Singleton, ahead to Polis. Polis kicks it back out, Hollinger, Whiteman, Polis, Hollinger dribbles, Singleton against his man, look to take it inside, back out front, Hollinger, Whiteman, Klopp, Hollinger, Railers run the weave out front. Singleton look to take the 3 in the lane, 10-footer up and no good. Rebound on the floor, and I think Singleton's going to get called for the foul there.
Again, I was blocked, but all I know, that was a great move by Dylan. Shot fake, 1-2 dribble, pull up. Did we have a foul here?
Yep. Foul
So
on,
that's 2 on Dylan.
Yep. Foul on Dylan Singleton. Went for the rebound, and I think he got underneath Ty Banks a little bit, and Ty Banks ended up going to the floor. Lanphier inside Debrick, kicks it back out. A long 3 by Price. Ball battle on the floor, and Klopp pulls it out of there.
And that would be something that would be devastating if they start popping some of these from the perimeter with the 6'10" kid in the middle. They've only had a couple threes here in the first. Actually, they've hit three threes in the first half.
Game tied at 20. Singleton works against Debrick. So you've got 6-foot Dylan Singleton working against 6'10" KJ Debrick. So they're trying him to slow down Dylan Singleton. Let's see if that works. Singleton, and he's going to get called for the travel.
Shuffled his foot there a little bit, but he's trying to take advantage of the big guy guarding him on the perimeter.
1:22 to go here in the first half. Owsley out front, Price in the corner, Banks, Price inside Owsley, 15-footer up, good. Michael Owsley's a heck of a ball player, good shooter, made the 15-footer. It's 22-20, Lanphier with a minute to go. What do you think? Take last shot?
Well,
that foul is going to go against Michael Owsley. That's his first, I believe the team's fourth, so we're not yet shooting. Neither team close to the bonus. 4 fouls on each team. Polis will inbounds right in front of us next to the scorer's table.
I think there's just look for the best available shot to you,
Down the lane, Whiteman, Klopp, Hollinger. Singleton look to take the 3. Good fake down the lane, up, and blocked by Debrick. Kicks it out, Price the layup time, and Klopp's going to get called for the blocking foul, and that will put TJ Price at the line for 2.
And that was a perfect example of KJ coming outside of his area to block a shot there. We'll see if this is a good foul by Jaden here.
TJ Price, the line from 2, up and good. 23-20, the Lanphier lead with 35.5 seconds to go here in the first half. Second one by the lefty, up and good. 24-20. The score here at halftime at Lobernica Gymnasium. Railers on the road for the second time here in 2021. Now Hollinger faces the 2-2-1 Lanphier zone press. Gets it to Singleton, kicks it ahead to Klopp. Klopp in trouble a little bit against Price. Kicks it out to Polis. Polis, Hollinger. And now the Railers will reset the offense with 18 seconds to go. Now 14, 13. Singleton out front. Both coaches instructing their teams. Lanphier goes man-to-man. Out front, Hollinger. Long three on the way. Up and to Chris Coyne. State Farm three-pointer is good. At the gun. It is 24-23. Lanphier ahead by 1 after 1 half of play. Welcome back to the friendly confines of Lobernica Gymnasium, where the Lanphier Lions lead the Lincoln Railsplitters 24-23 in a game that is as exciting as everybody thought it was going to be. Well-played first half, a hard-played first half, and Landon Hollinger hits the Chris Coyne State Farm three-pointer at the end of the first half to bring the Railers to within 1. Let's thank some of our fine sponsors. Mama's Arcade Cafe, located in the square downtown Lincoln. Mike Moskey Auction Service, phone 217-519-3959. Or go to moskeyauction.com. State Bank of Lincoln, a division of Heartland Bank and Trust, member FDIC. Michelle Bauer, country financial agent, located on the square in downtown Lincoln, helping you protect what matters most. Top Hat Creamery, stop by before or after the game for a sweet treat in the arcade building. Culligan Water Systems in downtown Lincoln at 308 North Chicago Street for water softening and conditioning equipment and service, bottled water or bulk. Stop by at Culligan's And thanks again to Sal Polis of Edward Jones Financial. He's an Edward Jones financial advisor. 1400 Woodlawn Road in Lincoln. Phone 732-4001. Of course, always our three-point buckets brought to you by Chris Coyne, State Farm Insurance for all your insurance needs. Go out and see Chris Coyne and his fine staff. Kirk, what was the scoring there in the first half?
Tail 2 quarters for Lincoln High School. Dylan Singleton didn't score any points in the first quarter. Ended up the second quarter leading scores here with 8 points. Landon Hollinger had 2 threes. And end of each half, wasn't it? End of each quarter?
Yeah, end of the first quarter and end of the half. Yeah.
He's leading scorer with 10 points, and then Grunder had 3 points, and Brody had a put-back layup, I think, or a drop. So he had 2. That kind of closed out the scoring for Lincoln Railers. And again, as we talked about, Landon and Dylan continuing to load the shoulders on them and continue the scoring for us. On Lanphier side, they're really kind of spread out here. You got Diebrich with 6 points, and Robinson had 1 basket. Price had 2 free throws, and then we've had 3 different people hit threes. Banks has a total of 5 points, and Kincaid has 3 points. And who is number 22 here? Michael Osley.
Yeah, Michael Osley.
Yeah, he has 5 points. So, I mean, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 different people that put points on their board. It makes it, tough to guard, right?
Your observations of the first half, it looked to me like we've played pretty fair defense against Debrick inside. He's caught the ball in a couple of locations, but at one point we actually, I don't want to say forced him out, but they put him out the free throw line. I don't think that's his spot.
No, and it was rather have him shooting the 15-footer than right underneath the basket where it's really easy for him.
We are going to be in trouble, though, if they start making some of them long bomb three-pointers. I mean, that's going to be something we're going to have to get out and cover their shooters, and that's going to allow him to wander around inside more than I think we'd care for him to do.
Well, that ended up stretching us out a little bit, and at the end of the day, you don't want to be able to have a 6'10 kid and great shooters surrounding him.
Pretty much as we expected. Dylan Singleton's not going to back down to anybody going inside, and he's awfully tough to guard when he gets inside the lane. Landon Hollinger went right at KJ Debrick a couple of times, got some buckets to the inside. So we just need somebody else to step up here a little bit and make a basket or two, and we're probably going to be in pretty good shape.
I think so. And you saw, they've been switching their man-to-man out here, and sometimes they go to more of a matchup zone, and you want to take advantage. Personally, I've always thought that just within the flow of the offense, you're going to be able to get that switch you want, and then you're going to be able to create a situation to where Dylan has the big kid on him or Landon has a big kid on him. But just continue to get flow on offense. I thought we moved the ball well at times here. Obviously we've missed some shooters here and there, but that's going to happen.
Let's go ahead and send it back to the station for a couple minutes, and they'll send it back here in about 2 minutes. Pumpernickel Gymnasium. Just a minute to go before we start the third quarter. We're going to have the ball start the third quarter. You expect the Railers to maybe run a set for somebody here to open the third quarter?
I could see that happening. You know, we got out with first half, Dylan, with two fouls, so that's something to keep an eye on here in the second half. And they have Jackson with 2 fouls, so really not much foul trouble. We only had a total of 4 in the first half, but I think for us to come out, it'd be really nice to get a set play. Obviously, either Dylan or Landon, and so I would expect something like that to happen.
Good defense by both teams in the first half. Not a lot of fouling. Neither one of them got to the free throw line, at least from the bonus perspective.
Correct. Really, there was only 4 free throws shot in the first half. It was all by Lanphier. So.
Well, both teams head to their respective benches just a few seconds before we start the third quarter. And the good folks at Chicago Street Rentals are going to sponsor the second half possession, I guess, here for the Lincoln Railsplitters. No tip-off for them to sponsor. Sorry about that, guys. We don't have any control over that.
Yeah. But now we just give them the possession sponsor,
That's
correct?
right. We'll give them possession sponsorship. Start the game, start second half. How about that? Elijah Paulus will inbound the ball at half court, directly across from us, right behind the scorer's table. Glad you joined us, Lincoln and Logan County, and those listening on the World Wide Web. Singleton looks. There's the cut by Hollinger. Paulus against their man-to-man. Whiteman goes in the corner. Debrick. Paulus. Hollinger. Singleton. Paulus looked at the 3, didn't take it. Singleton down the lane. Hollinger. Grunder. Whiteman. Railers starters back in the basketball game.
It's a really good ball movement.
Yep. It's a pleasure to watch these kids move the ball without dribbling, and that's just something you cannot. Nice shot by Paulus in the lane. Paulus a 10-footer pull-up. We need Elijah to start scoring. 25-24 the Lincoln lead.
Good looking shot there.
Owsley on the right wing takes the 20-footer just in front of the three-point line, and Elijah Paulus will grab the rebound. Railers take it across the line. Singleton against Owsley. Hollinger. Paulus, Whiteman. Singleton looked at the 3, didn't take it. Hollinger will. Long 3. Good. Another Chris Coyne State Farm three-pointer by the 6'5 senior committed to Milliken, and we're up 28-24.
Well, ball reversal and got somebody on a bad close out there. Landon was wide open.
Banks in the lane, goes up and good. Ty Banks will score, and it's 28-26. 6:31 to go here in the third quarter. Now Lanphier comes out with some pressure. Paulus, Singleton will get across the line against Jackson. Singleton, 15-foot pull-up. Back of the iron, no good. And Debrick just tipped it away over the outstretched arms of Brody Whiteman. Ooh, and Jackson driving down the lane. One of the Railers called for the blocking foul, and it's going to be on Elijah Paulus. His first, the team's first of the second half.
Brody, Banks, go back to Banks.
Looks like they got this play scouted, right?
Yep.
Right back to Banks.
Banks inbounds the ball. Owsley must have hurt him because he went across to Jackson into Debrick. Debrick free throw line. Debrick will pull it back out to Owsley. Jackson in the corner. Price looks inside, lobs it over Whiteman to Debrick, down on the blocks, and Brody's going to get called for the foul.
Yeah, that was a tough one there. I thought Brody did a good job of getting in front of him that time. They just threw it over his head, So
at the line will be the 6'10 senior, K.J. Debrick. First one up and good. That'll bring the Lions to within one, 28-27. Debrick the second at 2. Up and no good around the iron, and Brody Whiteman with the rebound. Lanphier now in a 2-2-1 three-quarter court zone press. Hollinger, Singleton, and you can see the Lions wanting to pick up the intensity. Lincoln gets the ball across the timeline in a hurry, and now Singleton will drive down the lane. Layup time, no good, but we're going to have a foul, and he's going to be shooting 2.
I think that's the first time all night he's really got a clear path to the basket and to be able to get to the basket.
Drew the foul on K.J. Debrick, his first. Team's first of the second half. And Dylan Singleton at the line for two. First one up and nothing but the cords. 29-27 the Lincoln lead. 5:41 to go here in quarter number 3. Second one up and good. Trailers down to 1-2, 3/4 court zone press. Lanphier nearly throws the ball away, and they do. Good defense by Brody Whiteman against Michael Owsley. Recovered the basketball, gets it to Singleton.
Looks like we got another set coming here.
Singleton, Grunder, Hollinger 3 on the way. Good! A Chris Coyne State Farm 3 from 23 feet by Landon Hollinger. Puts the Railers up 6, 33-27. 5:13 to go in the third quarter. They lob it inside Banks. Banks on the blocks against Hollinger, and Hollinger's going to get called for the foul.
That was great execution down here on the offensive end for us, and Landon was able to capitalize. Defensively here, I'm telling you, it's going to be a situation where we can't let KJ get going here.
2 fouls on Hollinger, the third team foul for the Railsplitters in half number 2, and Banks' first one up and good. 38-23, 5:07 to go. Coming up on the... Oh, and the referees are taking that free throw away. Apparently a free throw line violation by Ty Banks. Saw that he stepped over. So the second free throw up and no good. And Hollinger the rebound. Railers get a breakdown at this end. Ahead to Whiteman. Whiteman in a hurry. Whiteman ball nearly stolen. Now it's stolen by Banks. Banks down the lane, and I think Brody may get called on the foul from behind.
Not really for sure what Brody was thinking there. Just kind of lost his handle.
Michael Owsley out of the game for Lanphier. Cameron Kincaid back in. Banks will inbounds the ball underneath the Lanphier basket. Kicks it out front to Devonna Jackson. Jackson to Price, inside Debrick. They just lob it over everybody. Debrick goes up, not able to make the shot. Ball knocked out of bounds, and it went off KJ Debrick.
Well, we had some backside help. I mean, there's nothing. Unless Brody grows another 6 inches between now and the next time out, there's nothing you're going to be able to do to stop that. We just got to continue to bring the backside help over, and Landon did a great job that time of getting there.
4:45 to go. We're at the media timeout. We are going to keep it right here and let you know. We want to thank again. Thanks to our fine sponsors. Folks, patronize them. Hey, just give them a phone call and thank them for their sponsorship of Railsplitter basketball. They're the reason that we're able to go on the road and do this. They're the reason we're able to do it, period. They're the reason we're able to bring you the live video feeds, and those are very important right now, considering the fact that most of us can't make it to the ball games unless you're sitting here broadcasting like me and Kirk. So we got Mama's Arcade Cafe, located on the square in downtown Lincoln. Hey, you want a good breakfast? Head down to Mama's Arcade Cafe. Mike Mosky Auction Service, 217-519-3959. State Bank of Lincoln, now a division of Heartland Bank and Trust. Michelle Bauer, your country financial agent, located on the square in downtown Lincoln, helping you protect what matters most. Top Hat Creamery, stop by before or after the game for a sweet treat in Lincoln's Arcade Building. Culligan Water Systems for water softening and conditioning equipment and service. And Sal Polis of Edward Jones Financial. He is your financial advisor and sponsors the live video stream. And, of course, Chris Coyne, who sponsors every three-point shot made by the Lincoln Railsplitters. 33-27 to go, 4:45 here in 33-27 to score, 4:45 to go here in the third quarter, and Lincoln will bring the ball up against the Lanphier 2-2-1. Gets it ahead to Polis. Polis kicks it out front, Hollinger. You see Lanphier picking up the defensive intensity.
They have. You can tell they got a little bit more pop in their step out here, don't they?
Yes, they do. Lincoln trying to spread them out a little bit more on the floor. Look for the cut. Polis cuts down. Hollinger doesn't take the three. Drives in. 10-footer up. No good. That was a good move by Landon Hollinger. Just couldn't get the shot down. Lanphier on the run against Hollinger. And, Jackson with the steps there makes the layup. And it's 29-33. Singleton ahead to Grunder. Hollinger. And the Lanphier bench trying to urge on the Lions. Neil Alexander up. Dylan Singleton, 10-footer lane, good. And now Neil Alexander shouting out instructions to Dylan Singleton. Railers the press. Now back into the 1-2-2 as Lanphier gets it across the half-court line. TJ Price down into Banks. They go deep to Debrick.
Holy cow.
And Debrick hits Landon Hollinger. Hollinger goes down, and Debrick is going to get called for the offensive foul.
Well, he just went into his drop step and led with his forearm and just knocked Landon down to the ground.
KJ Debrick, that is his second foul. Just a team second of the second half. Dylan Singleton brings it up against the press, gets it ahead. Whiteman back out Singleton. And now Dylan Singleton will reset the offense. And KJ Debrick now just sitting there in the middle. Singleton, 15-footer, good. Oh, and Dylan Singleton put on a show from inside the arc. It's 37-29, 3:02 to go.
Great move by Dylan.
And he knocks the ball away. Ball on the floor. Gets back to Jackson. Jackson quickly. Price, long three. No good. Ball on the floor. People on the floor. Let's see what the call is. And it's going to go against Lincoln, and it looks like it may be against Brody Whiteman.
Huh. Well, I saw Brody laying on the ground. I'm not for sure what he did there to get that foul, but
we haven't gotten to football season yet, but there was a good example of, nice play there by tackle by the linebacker.
Exactly.
Jaden Klopp into the game, and Brody Whiteman's going to take a seat with 3 fouls. Lincoln 5 fouls here in the second half so far. Up 8, 37-29. Banks to inbounds underneath the Lanphier basket, just to the right of the goal. Banks looks. Debrick trying to establish position against Klopp inside. And boy, they're banging at each other inside now. He and Jaden Klopp. Price out front, looking inside. Back out Price, kicks it inside Banks. Banks free throw line, and Hollinger's going to get called for the foul, and that's his third.
21 or 12? Who'd they call that on?
I guess they may have called that on Grunder.
I thought Grunder hit him somebody hit him on the way up, and it wasn't Landon.
Okay, that was on Grunder. At the line, Ty Banks. Ty Banks makes the first of 2, 37-30, the Lincoln lead. 2:36 to go here in the third quarter. Banks, the second one up a little bit short, and Hollinger skies for the rebound.
So did he make that first one?
Yes, he did. 37-30, Singleton quickly ahead to Klopp. Klopp couldn't hang on to it. Pass a little bit high. Neil Alexander up off the bench doing some serious coaching. Owsley, Kincaid, Banks. Banks takes it down the lane. Debrick up and good.
That was a nice drop there by Banks.
And now here comes the Lanphier pressure. Here comes Singleton, and we break the pressure. 3-on-1. What's he going to do? Great pass inside. Klopp up for the shot. No good. There was contact inside Singleton. We get the rebound. Klopp against Debrick. Out front Singleton. Bulldog takes it down the lane, and he's going to draw the contact against Owsley.
Well, we got to convert those. That was a situation where they're going to speed us up, and we got to hit our layups. And then out here, I mean, they're kind of riding him like a pony. Dylan at 20 feet from the basket, and that was kind of a late foul, if you ask me.
Singleton's going to face that kind of defense, I have a feeling, for the rest of the year. And hopefully we can get him some contact and get him to the free throw line. Klopp gets the ball inbound from Polis. Out front, Grunder. Singleton spins, kicks it Grunder. Klopp. Hollinger, Singleton.
They went back to a zone here.
Hollinger, the long three, good.
And
another Chris Coyne State Farm three.
He is on fire. He's hit 2, he's hit 5, and all 5 makes have been threes his last 5 shots.
5 threes in the game for Landon Hollinger, 40-32 to Lincoln lead. 1:21 to go. Lanphier looking. Owsley. Ball on the floor, back out front, Owsley. Jay-Sean Richards, number 4 in the game. Owsley, Price, Kincaid. Kincaid's already hit at least 1 3. Throws the ball up. That's a bad shot. Ball out of bounds. And it's going to go back to Lincoln. Good position inside by Adam Grunder. Lanphier had no choice but to chase that ball out of bounds. We got it back. 59 seconds to go. Up 8 here in the third quarter.
We just got to continue to hold on to the basketball and make good decisions here. They're going to up that pressure.
Polis kicks it ahead to Klopp. And Klopp will hold it and get it back to Dylan Singleton. So we broke the press pretty easily, but the numbers weren't there. And Jaden Klopp, the smart play, brings it back out front. Klopp, Singleton against 2 guys. Kicks it back out to Klopp. Klopp, Hollinger. 30 seconds to go here in the third quarter. Singleton. Railers running the offense. Holding for 1. Polis behind the back dribble. Kicks it Hollinger. Polis against Banks. Polis takes him baseline, up and left-handed layup, no good. Rebound, Hollinger, up, no good, misses the money. Debrick the rebound, out front to Kincaid. 6 seconds to go, Kincaid, and we're going to foul, it looks like, on the floor.
I think that one would go to Elijah. That's a tough. We've missed 3 bunnies here the last 2 possessions.
Elijah Polis, his second foul, that's the team 7, so Lanphier goes to the line for the 1 in bonus. Cameron Kincaid at the line, 6'1" junior.
Well, it's not good them being in the bonus this whole second half. What do they got? Only 1 team foul?
3. Kincaid, first one up and rattles home. So Cameron Kincaid, 3.6 seconds to go here in quarter number 3. Railers up 7, 40-33. The home opener, the season opener for the Lions, the third game for the Railsplitters, 2-0 coming into this contest. Second one by Kincaid, rattled it home again, gets them both 40-33. Up to Singleton, quickly up the floor, blocked by Robinson, and that will end the third quarter with the Railers up. Lanphier to inbound the basketball at the half-court line, just across from the scorer's table. T.J. Price will throw it into Michael Owsley, and we begin quarter number 4. 40-34, the Lincoln lead. This has been everything you thought it was going to be, and even more. This has been a fantastic contest. Well played between both teams. Robinson in the lane, up, no good. Ball batted around, and Dylan Singleton will take it out of there. Austin Robinson had about a wide-open 10-footer, left it a little bit short. We get the rebound. Singleton, Hollinger the lob play to Singleton, and Robinson interferes with it, and he takes it away.
Robinson's a strong kid there.
Yes, he is. And just a sophomore to boot. Owsley, left wing Banks, Owsley, out front Kincaid right wing, down the baseline Price. Lanphier being patient at this point in time, just down 6. Kincaid, Robinson at the free throw line. Robinson looks, bad pass down underneath, and the ball will go out of bounds and go to Lincoln.
He had him too. He was wide open, just threw the ball at his feet. We snuck one way there.
Hollinger will inbound the basketball. Lanphier again stepping the pressure up, and here they come. Singleton across the floor to Paulus. Paulus, Singleton. Singleton will run the ball across the floor in the hurry. Take it down the lane. Grunder now to Hollinger. Out front, Paulus. Paulus to Brody Whiteman. Whiteman, Hollinger, Singleton. Railers running the weave. Paulus down the lane. Hollinger. Hollinger, Singleton. Singleton will take it down the lane. Up and good.
Like to see that. Good balance by Dillon getting to the basket.
42-33, the Lincoln lead. Kincaid, Banks, KJ Debrick about to come back in for Lanphier. Long three by Price, up, no good. Robinson goes up for the rebound. Back out to Price, another 25-footer, up, no good. Ball on the floor, Paulus hunts it down. And now Paulus is trapped by the Lanphier defense and gets it out to Hollinger. Good job by Elijah Paulus, and great hustle.
Excellent. Playing strong with the basketball, too.
Singleton down the lane. Looks. What a move! Oh, and misses the bunny inside. And the rebound to Price. Price up ahead to Banks. Right in front of the Lanphier bench. Banks inside. And we're going to be shooting one in bonus. Railer foul on
That's
Brody
4.
Whiteman. That'll be 4 on Brody Whiteman. 8th team foul. Tavana Jackson, KJ Debrick back in the game for Lanphier. TJ Price, Austin Robinson sits down. Brody Whiteman will take a seat, and Jaden Klopp will come back in for the 6'1 junior. Ty Banks at the free throw line, up and no good on the one and bonus. Debrick now in the game, got that rebound by just sticking his hand up, and he was able to convert about an 8-foot hook shot, and it's 42-36.
He's just so long, he covers so much area.
Grunder gets the ball across the half-court line. Hollinger will drive, and Owsley was riding him, and Owsley's going to get called for the foul.
What number was that?
Michael Owsley, number 22, the 6-foot senior with a foul. That's his 3rd, the team's 4th. So we've got a ways to go before we start shooting free throws, at least from the bonus. Klopp, Singleton. Singleton got a pick from Klopp. Hollinger's out of the corner. Good. Another Chris Coyne State Farm three-pointer. That's 6 for Landon Hollinger tonight. 45-36, the Lincoln lead. Kincaid. Tavana Jackson between the circles against Dillon. Up and no good. Ball on the floor. Hollinger falls down. And Hollinger went out of bounds with the basketball. We go back to Lanphier.
Good effort by Landon there. I'm not really for sure what happened, but I think coaches are kind of complaining he was getting pushed in the back there. Great effort.
Banks will inbounds the basketball. Out front, Jackson. Jackson, Owsley. Owsley inside Debrick. They just sky the ball up there. He gets it, goes against Jaden Klopp. And I think Jaden Klopp may get called for the foul. Let's see what happens here. I think the ref's signaling 1 in bonus. It is on Jaden Klopp. That is his 2nd. And the team's 9th. Next foul, they will be in the double bonus.
1-1, Red.
Debrick up and good, the first one. I want to say Debrick shoots free throws pretty well for a big guy.
He does. He's got some nice looking form.
Second one up and no good. Ball rattles out, and Jaden Klopp muscles the rebound. Good board by Jaden Klopp. Lincoln up 45-37 inside the 5-minute mark. Expecting the media time out to come up here in just a second. Next dead ball. Out front, Paulus. Paulus kicks it to Hollinger. Hollinger, Grunder. Grunder, Paulus, Singleton. Hollinger again in the corner. Thought about the 3, didn't take it. Klopp, Paulus in front of the Lincoln bench. Singleton looking for the open lane. Takes it down the lane. Great pass to Klopp. Klopp goes up. Ball knocked out of bounds by Debrick. And that will bring us to the under 5-minute media. back here at Lobernica Gymnasium, where Lincoln leads 45-37 with 4:22 to go here in a basketball game. Kirk, this was everything we thought it was going to be. This has been a whale of a basketball game so far.
It has, and didn't look really promising for us. Those first two possessions out of the gate where they just outran us down the floor, but we have settled in, and Telltale is Landon Hollinger, shooting the ball extremely well from us. What has he got? 6 threes on the game, and that has really kind of kept us out in front of the pack here. I'm a little worried that we have some foul situations. They're close to being in double bonus here, and KJ is 6'10" and long and lengthy, and if they start pounding the ball to him, he'll be shooting a lot of free throws.
You would almost have to expect with our foul situation and our lack of size inside, they're probably going to start pounding that ball really hard inside. See if they can't get shots, they can get to the free throw line, and they're going to be in the double bonus.
That's right. That's pretty easy to get points on the board that way.
Both teams head back out onto the floor after leaving their respective benches. Dylan Singleton will inbound the ball off of the baseline just to the left of the Lincoln basket. And Singleton's got an open lane, goes for the layup, and he's going to draw the contact. Went up against Debrick and T.J. Price. And I believe T.J. Price is the one who got nailed for the foul. That is his first, team's fifth. Dylan Singleton going to go to the line with 2 shots. First one up and good.
Strong attack to the basket there.
Singleton, second one up and good. Got them both. We're going to need all the free throws we can get. We're up 10, 47-37, but this one's a long way from being over. Savannah Jackson across the midcourt line. Out front, Price to Jackson here right in front of the scorer's table. Savannah Jackson resets their offense, and you can tell they're looking inside. They're looking inside. Out front, Jackson. Debrick now running a high-low post. Debrick up high, now Debrick down low. Price is going to take the three and bomb it in. A long three by T.J. Price cuts the lead to 7. 47-40. 3:45 to go. Lanphier back in man-to-man in the half court. Singleton, Hollinger, Polis, Klopp with the basketball against Price. Now out to Grunder, Klopp looks, gets it back into Singleton's hands. Railers look just a little confused at this point. Now Singleton will take it down the lane. 8-footer good.
That's a great use of his body there. You see him get him on his backside, little hesitation, and explode.
He was either going to get the basket or the contact or both. You could tell he was trying for that. Great move by Dylan Singleton. Grunder, good defense, and Polis steals the ball to Singleton. Railers up 9. Singleton kicks it back out to Hollinger. Here comes Polis. Now Grunder with the basketball against Savannah Jackson. Grunder to Singleton. Singleton down the lane, layup time, and KJ Debrick is going to get called, I think, for the foul.
I thought he swiped him on the hand too, but that was kind of a late call.
And it was, and that is 3 on KJ Debrick. That's 6 fouls on the line, so we will be shooting bonus next foul at the line. We affectionately refer to him as the Bulldog, Dylan Singleton. Up and good. 50-40, 2:48 to go in a basketball game. Coming out of the game, Michael Owsley, Cameron Kincaid back in the basketball game. Second one up and good. 51-40 the lead, 2:48 to go. Railers try and slow down the Lanphier offense. Banks, left side, looks inside Debrick. Grunder got a hand on that ball. Inside Debrick, he's on the low block. Ball batted away. Polis almost chases it down in the corner. Kincaid did and bangs it off of Polis's leg. It'll go back to Lanphier.
Somebody was able to get a hand on KJ as he's going up to shoot that. It was a nice little move, diving down, doubling down from the outside in.
Now we got a high-low post between Banks and Debrick. Kincaid the bomb out of the corner, battle for the rebound. And let's see what the call is. Klopp and Debrick were battling underneath the basket. And Grunder's going to get called for the foul.
And then KJ goes to the line.
So Grunder from the backside. And Debrick up and rolls it home. 51-41, the Lincoln lead. Brody Whiteman back in the game for Jaden Klopp.
They do a little offensive, defensive substitutions down here late in the game.
Debrick, the second one, bangs it off the back of the iron, and Singleton skies for the board. Ahead to Hollinger. Polis had an open lane, didn't take it, pulls it back out. 2:14 to go. They're in the double bonus. We are in the bonus. Whiteman nearly has it knocked away. Lanphier all over him, looking. Gets rid of it before the 5-second call. Hollinger, Grunder, and Debrick and Singleton going at it, and
I mean, he was just face guarding him over here, not letting him get the ball, kind of bowling him too.
KJ Debrick will get called for his 4th foul. And the officials having a little fatherly talk with the gentleman. Dylan Singleton, the line, 1 in bonus. First one up and no good, short. And Debrick the rebound. Jackson and Debrick with the slam. Great pass from Jackson to Debrick. Debrick gets the slam. It's 51-43. Railers get the ball to Hollinger. Hollinger quickly across the timeline to Whiteman. Singleton down the lane. Great pass, layup, good.
That looked good right there.
An excellent play by the Railers. 1:34 to go in the basketball game. Lanphier is going to call timeout. It is a 30-second timeout, so we're going to keep it right here. That was a heck of a play between those two young men. Brody Whiteman, and then a great cut by Dylan Singleton to pass the layup.
Well, I think right now we're going to break this pressure unless we have an uncontested layup. No, we're playing against the clock, right? So you saw Elijah had a way to. I tell you what, you got a 6'8", 6'10" kid down there. You know, there's no such thing as a wide open layup because he can come out of nowhere. So that was a great job there. A little back cut by Dylan and Brody giving a heads-up play to him. So we just got to make sure that we continue to rebound down here at this end. That's going to be a little bit difficult considering the length that they have.
Lanphier inbounds the basketball, 1:34 to go. Railer lead 10. Savannah Jackson gets it across the timeline. This one's still far from over. They've got some three-point shooters out there. Debrick way out front, goes back inside. Jackson will kick it to Kincaid. Kincaid drives baseline, kicks it to Debrick, and Singleton's going to get called, I think, for the foul as he went up to try and block that shot.
Said they hit him on the head there.
That is the 3rd foul on Dylan Singleton. And it will send KJ Debrick to the line for 2 shots. 1:17 to go. Up and good.
He does have nice form, doesn't he? Nice little touch.
Second one up and good. Got them both. KJ Debrick, excellent stroke from the free throw line. Gets them both. Cuts the lead to 8. Singleton across the line in a hurry. Kicks it out to Whiteman. Whiteman will drive through the lane. Kicks it back out front. Polis to Grunder. And now watch the Railers run time and see if they can get an easy layup or to the free throw line. Polis against the defense. Referee counting. To Hollinger before the 5 count. To Hollinger, Singleton double team. Singleton drives in the lane, has the ball knocked away. Here comes Debrick on the run. Down the lane, hits Grunder. What are they going to call? Charging foul, and that is the 5th foul on KJ Debrick.
That was a big-time play by Adam Grunder, and you could kind of see it in his eyes. He was questioning himself, but he took it and stepped up like a man. That was a big play for Lincoln Railers right there by Adam Grunder.
I'll tell you what, when you're Adam's size and the freight train's coming down the tracks, you're standing there, that's bravery.
It was.
You're stuck there. You can't run. Hey! You can't move. Hey, got it?
Michael Owsley into the game, and that is 5 fouls for the senior KJ Debrick. 44 seconds to go, 44.1 on the clock. 53-45 the Lincoln lead. Polis can't move under the basket. Great pass ahead to Hollinger. Hollinger will hold it up and kick it back out. Dylan Singleton now with the basketball, and Lanphier all over Dylan Singleton. knocks his mask off. He puts it back on, and that young man's going to go to the free throw line. The foul is on Tavana Jackson. That is his third.
Still a one-on-one. Next foul, we get to go to double bonus, just like Lanphier, who's been in it, I think, this whole quarter.
Up and good. Dylan Singleton knocks the free throw down. 54-45, the Lincoln lead. Second one up and rattles it home. 55-45, the lead. Tavana Jackson across the half-court line. Down the lane, kicks it to Kincaid. Kincaid up against Hollinger, up and good. Hollinger looking against the pressured inbounds. Gets it to Singleton. Bulldog on the run, kicks it ahead to Grunder. Grunder down in the corner, got guys all over him. And the foul's on number 22, Michael Owsley. That'll send Adam Grunder to the free throw line. That is 4, I believe, on Owsley.
Double bonus now.
Adam Grunder, the 5'10 senior at the free throw line, up and short. 55-47 the lead. 3-possession game. Up and good. Still a 3-possession game. Lead out to 9. 15, 14, 13 seconds to go. Kincaid will drive down the free throw lane. He'll hit it. 10 seconds into Singleton. Singleton looks, kicks it ahead to Polis. Elijah Polis to Brody Whiteman, and Whiteman's going to run out the clock. And the Lincoln Railsplitters come into Lobernica Gymnasium and get a 56-49 victory as Neil Alexander and Blake Turner exchange waves. No handshakes, of course. Jay Hardin, Kirk Whiteman back here at Lobernica Gymnasium, where the Lincoln Railsplitters were victorious against the Lanphier Lions this afternoon in a great basketball game, 56-49. It's snowing outside, but it was warm in here. We hope you all enjoyed the broadcast and the show today. What a great afternoon this was. Kirk Whiteman, I'll tell you what, that's well worth the wait. That was a good basketball game today.
It was very exciting, and I thought Railers, like we said earlier, came out and did a great job after those first 2 possessions. But, the story of game for us is the two seniors continue to score for us. I'm sure we'll go over scoring here, but I thought we did a pretty good job in the second half in limiting some of these rebounds for KJ and some of these guys.
If you're coach, you've got to be happy about the way I think we rebounded today. Defense was pretty good. Overall, just a great game by this basketball team as they continue to grow.
And it helps when the threes are falling for Landon Hollinger. I thought he did I think that was really a big key. That widened the game up for us a little bit when we got that lead.
I see the coach is making his way over here, so we'll see if he comes over to the table here and he's ready to talk to us.
But we can do scoring, just so you know.
All right, let's go ahead.
Very, very, very quickly. Dylan Singleton leads all scorers with 26 points. Landon Hollinger with 22. Adam Grunder with 4 points. Brody Whiteman with 2. And Elijah Polis with 2 points. And on the other side, they had, 7 different people getting the scoring column for them and led the way with KJ Debrick with 17 points. And then you had basically a few others with nobody else scoring in double figures for them.
Well, and here comes the victorious Railer coach. Let's see if we can't get him set up there. Can you hear us okay?
Yeah, perfect.
Well, going to be a happy bus ride home. Heck of an effort by your basketball team today. What a game they played. This was a great basketball game between two teams. Heck of an effort by your team.
Yeah, I thought, when they force us to play and be physical like we would play, the last two nights, I don't even know what the rebounds were, but 24-23, we can't ask for anything better than that. I thought our kids went hard, and when they attack the ball and go get it, we're pretty good, and I think our defense is pretty solid. I think we missed some shots, but again, we're making strides.
Kirk and I talked early on, the early part of the game, very first start, they came out with a lot of intensity, beat our kids down the floor. We were a little bit worried, but the kids picked up the intensity, picked up the offense, and you want to talk about some intensity out there on the floor. There certainly was.
Well, I think I picked that up because I think I took a timeout within the first minute, and I don't usually do that, but when we talked in the locker room about forcing them to play a half-court game, and we give up 2 layups and just not knowing where they're at, and one, they kicked ahead, a layup, the other one straight down the floor. We weren't ready to play, and somebody had to jar their memory.
Your defense against KJ Debrick, I thought, was pretty good this afternoon. There were a few times he caught the ball down in the low block, and sometimes you got a 6'10" guy going against a 6'1" guy. They throw it up there. He's going to get it. I mean, there's not a whole lot sometimes you can do about that.
I thought our kids done a great job, and, it's a good thing they didn't really make that a priority with a 6'10" guy with the size that we have. It was to our benefit, but he's a good player, got great timing, but our kids done a nice job, and I'm really happy for our kids.
You had some kids step up, and maybe the scoring wasn't there, but you had some kids step up in role plays. Brody Whiteman gave you some good minutes with good defense and really some physical play inside against guys a lot bigger than he was. Elijah Polis gave you some good defense. Adam Grunder gave you some good minutes out there and some good defense. And Jaden Klopp, when he had to get in the game, he gave you some good minutes.
Well, I think they all played well. I'm very satisfied. We talked about it last night. We still have to find other ways to score. I'm surprised we haven't seen it yet, and I'm not even going to mention it. But I think that's coming soon. But our guys they're playing mean and meaning and playing with a purpose. And we don't have a state championship or a regional to play for, but we do have the Apollo Conference Championship, and that's a goal that they want to get. We've won 3. We want to win the 4th, and continue to build on that.
I think this is it's probably going to be the biggest team you're going to face all year. I think it's going to be the quickest team you face all year.
It'll be one of them, but we've still got Sacred Heart Griffin's really good. They're quick, strong, mean, so that'll be a challenge for us. So we just got to continue to work to get better, and there's things you can always work on, and we will continue to do that.
No, Coach, it was a great effort. Landon really kind of shot the ball well for us there, and I think he hit 6 threes in a row after his first couple baskets where field goals were just in the arc, but widened the game up for us there. And like you said, I was really surprised they didn't pick on you guys more in a low post, especially when we went. And I think in the third quarter, they were in the bonus already.
Yeah, they picked up 4. We picked up 4 real quick and ended up there letting them shoot. But we executed. When we ran a set, we usually got what we wanted. And the only one that we're not picking off right now is we're not getting any back doors. But I think we went to the basket a couple times, and he blocked a couple shots, and that made a little difference.
Do you think, was your offense by design? You had some kids that maybe had some open lanes that didn't take them and brought the ball back out. Was that by design, or was that because Debrick's sitting there in the middle?
Well, that's the reason. We had a couple block where we tried to go, and he's going to stuff you. But we wanted to attack him and get the rest of them moving in to be able to kick to the perimeter. And the only one that's can attack somebody and right now is Dylan. And I still think he missed a lot of easy shots, and he'll start making them, and that'll really open things up.
Landon Hollinger really stepped up big today. 6 3-pointers, battled inside very hard, went up against Debrick a couple times, get himself a couple layups.
Yeah, Brody scored one down underneath, went right at him, and I don't know if they surprised him or what, but Brody. Every kid that played, I'm really pleased for them, and it's a happy group in that locker room right now.
I was telling Kirk earlier that the kids are going to end up some weeks with more games and practices. I'm tempted to come back out for basketball myself. I don't remember it being like that when I was a kid. How about you, Kirk? You remember it being like that when you were a kid?
Not a whole lot, but I'll tell you what, this is fun playing games, right?
Yeah.
Well, just ask them, and that's what I wanted. Let's play games, and if somebody called and we've got the limit that I've kind of got set in my mind, and I think we got maybe 1 week, maybe 2 weeks that we could do one more, but we're going to stick with what we got and continue to get better. And like we said, our goal is to win the Apollo Conference and play every night for it. And we come back Tuesday night. I think we're at home. I haven't looked that far ahead against Mattoon. And then probably the favorite in the conference is Effingham. So, if we could wander down there and try to stumble onto one, and that means we beat the 2 Southern teams there, which I think are the couple of the best teams in our league, is Teotopoulos and Effingham.
What can you tell us? Can you tell us a little bit about Mattoon coming
Mattoon's
up
good.
tonight?
They got a big kid in the middle.
Sam.
They can shoot it. They're well coached. They're well disciplined. We'll have to play. If we come in soft, this team here can do a number on us.
Well, Coach, we've got a return trip against Lanphier at home, don't we? Don't we have another non-conference game against them?
No, not this year.
Okay, never mind.
They'll be at our place next year.
All right. Well, Coach, we want to thank you for stopping by and chatting with us. Great win tonight. You've had a great weekend. This team continues to grow, and I think we saw some of that growth tonight here at Lanphier.
Yeah, anytime you can win at Lanphier, that's a pretty good win.
Well, thanks, Coach. We'll let you get these kids home in a snowy bus ride. We appreciate you stopping by.
Ooh.
Great win for the Railers. And he just now noticed it was snowing.
Yeah. Okay.